Having a satisfying character in an ARPG is pretty important to me, and when you consider literal one-button playstyle and having zero regards to our defense while destroying the entire screen, I would say that's a pretty satisfying character, and that's how we get to the Viking, which we'll be showcasing today. Skill tree is pretty simple. You really need to just max out a Whirlwind and every single synergy that it has. That includes Brute Force, Zeal, and Battle Agility. 1 point into Demolishing Winds to make the Whirlwind summon small tornadoes, 1 point into Weapon Mastery for some more damage, 1 point into Charge for an insane mobility skill, 1 point into Defensive Shout and Combat Orders for some extra active buffs, and put the rest of the points into Norse Resistance. Regarding our stats, we put some points into Vitality to have around 1100 life, and the rest of the points into Strength, because that will beef up our damage to pretty high amounts of numbers. And since this build is supposed to be very cheap and budget, I really try to go with the cheapest options possible, but still choose something that will destroy the endgame. Our main hand will be a Royal Decapitator. Ideally, you want something with 4 sockets, and fill all those sockets with Eth runes. That will grant you 100% target defense ignored, which means you don't have to worry about attack rating at all, and you will have a 100% hit chance at all times. That is super important, because if you don't have this, you will be losing huge amounts of DPS. The rest of the sets are simply amazing. Huge amounts of enhanced damage, plus up to 4 to all skills, Crushing Blow, which deals damage to the enemy based on their current HP, and an insane additive physical damage. Top that with slow target and bonus 100 strength. This is insane weapon. Sadly, you cannot dual wield it, so you will only have one of these. For the offhand, you can either choose a pillar with insane damage, deadly blow, open wounds, and 150 strength and 750 vitality. And the other option, if you somehow don't find this, is an Odin's Battle Axe with up to 1400 added physical damage. Both of these weapons are really on the same price, even just for like a baseline will be under 100,000 gold. The chest piece is the Noxious Hunter's Reward, up to 3 all skills and both life and mana leech with strength and percent enhanced damage based on character level. Pit Lord's Vanquisher for critical strike chance and critical strike damage combined with strength and damage. Amazing offensive help. For the gloves, we are using a War Master's Tribal Paw, same idea, crit chance and crit damage. For the belt, we are using a Vagabond Strap with crit chance, crit damage, and added flat damage. On the amulet, we are using a Raven's Claw for, again, crit chance, crit damage, strength. And for the expensive part, we are taking 2 Elven Grace rings. Now, these are gonna be the most expensive parts of the build. This one item costs more than literally every single other item on the character, including the charms. So these are not mandatory, and these can be of course items that you work towards, but these are insanely powerful. Now for alternatives, I've already mentioned Odin's Battle Axe. For the helm, if you need resistances, Flash Ripper gives even more crit chance and up to 20% all resistances, and is pretty much free since both the base and the 2 runes are really easily self-farmable. For the boots, you can use something like Hermes boots, up to 40% all resistances and higher movement speed with 23 all attributes is bringing in some pretty nice damage. For the gloves, you can also use Shinobi's Dead Wrap since it also has crit chance and deadly blow, which deadly blow means it's a 50% increased damage attack, and that can proc at the same time with critical strike damage, meaning it can combo up to some huge damage bonus. For the ring, you can use something like a Ring of the Cow Raven. This is pretty much the same idea. It's crit chance, crit damage, but these are still something in 300,000 to 400,000 gold range, which is still among the most expensive items on the build. And for the charms, I'm using a Spine Trophy for the physical skill damage, deadly blow, and dexterity. This is not really important, it just gives more skill damage. And I have a Satan's Chalice. That the only reason I'm using a Satan's Chalice is to have the all attributes, since we will have some mana problems if we don't. Like right now it is not equipped and I have 44 mana. If I use my Whirlwind once, I'm out of mana. If I add it back, I will have like 100 maximum mana. So that means that I will have easy enough time to just attack another enemy and reload it to pretty much full mana. And I would like to say a few things before finishing off the video. First thing is, attack speed does not scale Whirlwind's attack speed, so there is 0 point in building any attack speed. I've learned it personally after spending around 15 to 20 million gold on the best attack speed gear in the game. Second of all is, here's a price breakdown of every single item, totaling up to around 1.8 million gold to get a really good start on the build. I've personally included a bit higher prices just so you can have a bit better of a conservative estimate and you can prepare for the build more realistically, even though most items are probably going to get cheaper. And if you like what you see, you can support me throughout my channel membership. Until the next video, guys. See you later. Bye.